relaying their side. The Chrisley family has shared their many opinions following Todd Chrisley and Julie Chrisley's guilty verdict in their Atlanta-based fraud trial in June 2022. The longtime reality TV couple was found guilty on all counts on June 7 of several counts of bank and wire fraud, tax evasion and conspiracy. Their sentencing date is scheduled for October 6 in Atlanta, Georgia. While the famous pair are currently facing up to 30 years in prison, the patriarch revealed on his Chrisley Confessions podcast that the high-profile court trials have in turn made his 28-year marriage stronger. I said, you can have glue that you're stuck together because of children, or you're stuck together because it's routine or whatever, the dad of 5 explained in July 2022, nearly 2 months after the guilty verdict. I think that we are stuck together. I know from my perspective, that I'm stuck to her for life because I want to be, not because it's routine, not because it's habit, and not because we have children. The reality personalities, who tied the knot in 1996, face lengthy jail time after Todd was convicted of conspiracy to commit bank fraud, conspiracy to defraud the United States, and tax fraud. For her involvement, the matriarch was convicted of conspiracy to commit bank fraud, conspiracy to defraud the United States, tax fraud and wire fraud. The 3-week trial also concluded that the couple's former attorney, Peter Tarantino, was guilty of wrongfully filing false tax returns on their behalf. Our ups and downs have never been caused by a third party, abuse, addiction or things like that, he continued, before noting the downs have been at the hands of other people that have came into their lives. I look back on our life because we've had a fairly good life. We've had a lot of heartache and struggle, but we've had a lot of blessings, Todd added later in the conversation. You know, I try to look back on those. I look back at life now and I just think so many people come to us and want help and they want advice and to know how to get through this. I don't know how we got through it, other than God. The Chrisley Knows Best couple was indicted in 2019 on 12 counts of tax evasion, bank and wire fraud and conspiracy. At the time, the pair maintained their innocence and claimed someone else had control of their finances. Following the guilty verdict in June 2022, Todd and Julie are under house arrest and instructed to follow specific rules including spending limits and location monitoring. Fans were wondering what would happen to Todd and Julie's 2 underage children who remain in their custody, Grayson, 16, and granddaughter Chloe, 9, if they are both sentenced to prison. Depending on the family availability, sometimes, the kids will be raised by close family members if both parents receive prison time, former federal prosecutor David Haas exclusively told In Touch on June 8. Keep scrolling to read everything the Chrisley family has said since Todd and Julie's guilty verdict.